What's up, Boilermaker Nation? It is Tuesday, December 7th, 2021. You're listening to a brand new episode of the Boiler Breakdown Podcast. Tanner Lee, Andrew Eiler, Evan Webb, all in the house, ready to rock, ready to talk about our number one ranked Purdue Boilermakers.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, man. I didn't know if I'd see the day.
Yeah, that's exactly it. When it came out, I mean, we all knew it was coming out. There was a high chance, but even when it came out, I was like, holy shit. I cannot believe can't believe it actually happened.
Well, and I didn't think after Friday night's performance, which we'll talk about, I thought there would be some riders out there that wouldn't put us number one.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was some that would probably put Baylor number one, but
there was one that was in the coaches poll, though. I think AP was unanimous, right?
Yes,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, but and of course, you got universities getting on there. Well, we've been number one a blank amount of times. Well, good for you. I really don't care. I mean, it's hard to get to be number one, and I love the guys saying, it's great to be number one. It's fun to be number one, but this isn't our goal.
Right.
I mean, especially addressing that.
It's December. I mean, it doesn't matter right now. I mean, it's cool that we got the monkey off the back. Like I said, it's cool to finally do it. No longer have to be in the conversation of best programs to never be ranked number one. I think Maryland probably still holds that as most ranked without being number one. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'd rather be number one come April, second week of April.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, a lot of experts are saying if Purdue can stay healthy, they should hover around the number one ranking for a majority of the year.
We could potentially be number one for a couple of weeks too. If you look at just the schedule we got coming up, and really until that trip to Ann Arbor and Champaign are probably the two that are going to give me the most scared for us to trip up. I mean, who knows? It could be the Crossroads next week. Andrew, I know you're going to disagree with me, but you never know.
Hey, Butler's been a number one ranked team there before.
Yep.
They do have a history of that, but not this year.
What's the tallest guy on Butler, Andrew?
I don't know if Golden's I think 6'9". He might be listed as 6'10". I'm sure he's 6'9", though. Okay. Yeah, I think Bryce Golden's listed. Oh, actually, Michael Malloy might be 6'10" or taller, but he doesn't play much.
Yeah, I know nothing about Butler's roster, so we'll have to get in the weeds there next week before the Crossroads. So, Andrew, can we have you on the pod? I don't know if you've ever been on the pod before the Crossroads.
We gotta get Ryan back too.
So. Yeah, Ryan would be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I have some friends that'd be happy to join. I'm sure to kind of bounce. And I'm not sure my wife would be real happy.
Fair enough. But were you guys as scared towards the end of the game Friday night as I was against the Hawkeyes?
Yes.
I never really felt that worried. I don't know why. I knew because they got up 19, and then I know it got to 2.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I just I don't know. I felt better. Maybe I wasn't paying that much attention. I don't know. I was just like, it's fine.
All I know is I had a head cold, and Eric Hunter did not make it any better for me.
Yeah, it was going into the game. I was like, in like the last couple of games, I was like, I want this team to be tested, just because we've kind of, especially some of the lesser opponents, we've kind of just rolled them, and obviously got tested against Villanova and North Carolina. But I was like, I want us to be just to give Painter something to keep him kind of humble. And then as the game went, I was like, this would be a good learning experience. And I was like, all right, I don't want to freaking lose this game though. Like let's come on, let's get their act together. But
did you guys hear Painter's comments after? I don't know if it was in the post game or in his radio show last night.
I did not.
It was. He talked about how he took the blame for it. I think he said that he's like, Florida State does a lot of the pressure, so he thought that we'd be a little more prepared because they kind of prepared for Florida State. He said it's not exactly the same, but fairly similar to what Iowa would do. And he's like, clearly we weren't. So he's like, that's on me for not preparing the team. So he was taking ownership for it and accountability, which kind of polar opposite of some other coaches' comments this week.
Absolutely.
Also from the state of Tennessee down there. We'll get to that. We can get to Evan's friends later.
Yes, all of Evan's friends wearing orange.
It was a different Tennessee school, but yeah.
Yes, it was.
I'm
But
sure we could all join together and hate them. So, because they're a bunch of clowns over in Memphis. My God.
yeah. I mean, Penny, Rasheed Wallace, and Larry Brown's not going well.
Who would have thunk it?
It's not travel ball. What?
No, but I was surprised at just how bad we were against the press. I know that we've got a history of not doing well against the press a couple years ago, but I mean it's a completely different team. But I was just like, my God, like do something different than what we're doing.
It almost got laughable at times, like when I'd yell "go" because, of course, all three of us, we weren't in attendance Friday night, unfortunately, and you could just hear the crowd go. They're saying exactly what I am.
I know, Tanner, we kind of talked about this already, but I mean, Hunter, we were really disappointed with just like the way, like he would just sit back and just let them. He'd take a step forward and like have his guy beat, but then he'd come back, take it, do a crossover, come back. It's like, dude, just go. That's why I was like, I tweeted from my account, I was like, give the ball to Ivy, get the hell out of the way. But obviously, Ivy turns the ball over still. He had a couple turnovers in the game, but it's like, just give him the ball and get him. It was like same with Carson, like just get Carson the ball and get out of the way. Just let him do it. But also, I mean, as Painter, I think I did read something post game, but like we didn't have any guys coming to help, so that did not help at all. But yeah, that was frustrating and maddening to watch. And I was like, are we really gonna let a press kill us in this game?
It was almost Rick Mount Day all over again.
Yep, yeah, it was.
But yeah, it was maddening to watch. But I saw Illinois struggle with it last night too.
Yeah, coming into the year, I thought Iowa was gonna be bottom of the barrel of the Big Ten just because of what they lost. But the last two games they've proven that they're obviously they had a tough first two games of the Big Ten schedule, but I mean they hung with two of the teams that are projected to be at the top, so I mean they might be better than I thought. I mean they've obviously got some shooters and they play hard. It's just a matter of come February, does Fran revert back to February Fran and they just collapse again?
Got a comment here from Skip. Says so many fans not grasping logic. Shake my head. None realize getting a game from every opponent. And with football people whining NFL caliber Boilers not coming back, some just need to stay off media boards.
You're Thoughts? Not wrong.
No, he's not. He's not. And you do have to bring it every night, especially with Purdue now being ranked number 1 in the country. You got the target on your back. You're the hunted. You're not the huntee. So
you're the biggest game in every arena you step into.
100%.
Even in your own arena, like for that team, it's the biggest 100%. Game of the season at that point.
I mean,
look what got one in front of your name.
Look what happened to Florida last night. They ranked in the teens and they lost to 0-7 Texas Southern
by like 15, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's basketball. You have to bring it every single night. And then on football, I'm not mad if Karlaftis and Bell don't play in the bowl game.
They shouldn't.
I would love to see them suit up one more time, but we saw Jalen Smith years ago for Notre Dame. He was going to be a top 5 pick. Blow his knee out. I think he ended up being a second-round pick. Never the same in the NFL. I mean, he keeps getting cut every team he's on because he doesn't have that first step anymore.
I think did he make one Pro Bowl? I felt like he had one good year.
I think he
had one Pro Bowl, but now he's like washed up at like 26, 27 right now, getting cut from a bunch of teams. Yeah.
Jake Butt's another one. He was going to be a first-round pick in Michigan, Blues at ACL, then got hurt 2 more times with the Broncos, and the Bears tried him this year, and now he's retired already. So, you can't be mad at that. It's a business. We've seen that this past week with coaches going places. It's college football is a business.
Yep.
Skip also said be ready for opponents storming the floor. Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I mean, that means usually when I've seen people storm against us, usually it's like an Eastern Michigan or some, MAC level, lower level school that they just beat a Power 5 school, but now it's actually going to be because of we're pretty damn good.
If I'm not mistaken, the last team to storm the court against us was Wisconsin.
Was that the year that we choked away the Big Ten championship?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, they were the last team to storm it against us.
Wasn't that your birthday?
It was. Yeah, thank you. My 20 – I don't even know what birthday it was, yeah.
So that was a 2017, 2018 team, so.
So it would have been 2018, so I'd have been turning 26. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think right now. You got to bring it every night in basketball. I mean, I'm just glad to get the win. over Iowa. I think everybody was just learn from it and get
How
better.
many years have we done this early December Big Ten schedule?
3 or 4. I don't think it was that many.
Yeah.
I feel like I should have gotten used to it now, but I feel like my heart's not ready for tight Big Ten basketball games in this early of the year because it's every time we've
what was the point? Why did they to get the 2 extra games in?
I don't know actually.
Skip says 3 seasons. Once they went to the 20-game conference
to get 2 more games in since. Because I remember we went. I mean, like New Year's Eve, that used to be the kickoff. Like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Yeah,
right?
It typically
I remember we went
around then.
when you were still at Purdue, Tanner. We went and that was when we went. Yeah, Illinois. Did we play
Illinois?
Killed them.
Yeah.
That was fun. that was the 2000. That was the 11-12 season.
Yeah,
that was fun.
11 or 12. Yeah,
that was fun one. But yeah, it's. I had a laugh the other day. My girlfriend's just getting into Purdue sports, and she watched the whole game Friday night. She goes, "That was intense. I could barely take that." I said, "Just wait, just wait. We're in December. Just wait till March.
Just wait till the tight game at Bloomington or the tight game at Illinois or
Ann Arbor.
If she's still watching with you, Tanner, by that point, then geez, I think my wife. I don't know if she'll watch with me, but she's like, it's not even fun watching with you. You're
right, 100%.
Well, so like as soon as March hits, I'd say every year, whenever the tournament, as soon as the selection show happens and we get our assignment, I feel like I'm gonna throw up until we're out. Every single moment, every day.
My dad tonight goes, "I'm already worried about Rutgers." He goes, "I think I'm gonna be worried every single game." I said, "It's not even 100%. Fun. It's not even funny." He goes,
that's the thing is like compared to last year. Like last year was like, who cares? Like let's roll it out. Let's just see what happens.
Really
like expectations. But now it's like, oh my god, like we cannot lose to Rutgers.
When you're number one, you can only disappoint. Like you can't. You're not going to upset anymore. It's like if you're expected to win every game, which Purdue's not going to do. So they're going to disappoint at some point.
Yep.
How just going. What if we go undefeated going into March? Just a what if. I feel like I will throw up. Throw up every day.
Every day. Wake up in the morning. Oh, Purdue's undefeated.
It would be miserable.
We got a YouTube comment earlier today. Appreciate Justin here putting this YouTube comment on before we even going live. How much do you guys feel this number 1 ranking will affect recruiting in the near future?
It's a tough question. I mean, if you listen to Gold and Black or pay attention, I know Brian Newbert said that he went to there was an event over the weekend in, was it Brownsburg? There was a couple Purdue recruits, signees, and future recruits that he said 2 recruits happened to mention the fact that Purdue was going to be number 1, which is pretty cool. Don't know who they were. But I mean, it's got to be an attention grabber. I mean, that's the nice thing.
Can't hurt.
No, I mean, I've been on record saying I think rankings are stupid, especially AP, when you just got random media people just voting when they can't watch every team. It's just stupid, especially this early in the season. But it is different when you're definitely probably in that top 5 range, just an attention grabber. And it's like, oh, you're now being recruited by the best team in the country at this point. So hopefully it does something. I'm not sure it's going to do a whole lot. Obviously, if we can stay number 1, I think it'll play more dividends. But if you're just kind of a flash in the pan for a week or so, I'm not sure it'll really do much. And plus, I mean, I feel like Painter's already got a good grasp of who he's going after in the next class or 2. But it could be something more for, the national guys who, maybe won't be on our normal radar, like some of the maybe, guys who wouldn't pay attention to Purdue other than the fact that, hey, they are number 1, so you never know.
Yeah, I think it does more for like the casual college basketball fan that maybe doesn't pay real close attention and realize Purdue's had a solid program now for 15 years. And they're like, wow, Purdue can get up to number 1. They must be, something special. So
I mean, I've had even just people just in passing in the last day, like who'd never talked to me about Purdue sports, like, oh wow, Purdue's number 1. That's awesome. Yeah. So you're damn right it is.
I guess that's a good point, Tanner, about the casual basketball fan, because it is a bunch of good publicity. Like how many articles the last 2 days talking about the rankings, and the picture that had the article as Trevion Williams or Jaden Ivey or Zach Edey, that instead of which it would have been Duke or would have been Drew Timme from Gonzaga or something like that for the last month. And now it's Purdue.
Yeah.
I saw something pretty cool that Chris Foreman for the SID posted that Jaden's mom was on the Notre Dame team the first time they became number one. Which that's surprising because I guess I figured that Notre Dame women's team were better than before then, but I don't know. And then now Jaden's
I don't know when did she play?
2001 was when they were number one and they beat Purdue and 2001 they beat Purdue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was the Ruth Riley team.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
that was
okay, that's why I didn't know when she was there.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. And then also I don't know who's number one in women's. I meant to look and forgot, but there's I saw Team Canada posted that they've got a girl who's on the team number one, played for Team Canada in the U19, and then Zach Edey's on number one men's team.
That's cool.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
They beat Indiana last week. That was the match between number 2 and number 6.
Indiana women I think Indiana's coach is a Purdue grad too, which stings a little bit.
Or was that NC State that played Indiana last week? I don't know. Somebody that I think NC State because it was ACC Big Ten Challenge.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm an idiot. But shout out to our women's program doing a lot better out of the gate than I thought they would be.
So. And shout out to volleyball.
Oh, absolutely. Sweet 16, keep it rolling. That was a great effort the other night over Dayton. It was Dayton, right?
Yes.
Second round? Okay.
Went down 0-2 and then freaking smoked them. And the fourth set was like 25-6. It was stupid. It was awesome.
Yep. So keep it rolling. And I saw women's soccer today finish ranked in the final poll for the first time since 2007. So
that's crazy.
Just keep it going. Good vibes all around Purdue athletics. But
how about them Boilers?
How about them Boilers? I love it. Put it on more T-shirts. So men's basketball team now starts a 3-game stretch where they're away from Mackey Arena. That starts this Thursday night, 7 o'clock, Big Ten Network in East Piscataway at the Rack against Rutgers. I don't know if Geo Baker's going to be ready or not. Have you guys seen anything on that?
I have not seen anything. Hope to God he's not, just for our sake. But
wasn't he? He was hurt last year too. Didn't he come off the bench last year? Am I thinking of 2 years ago?
He probably still dropped 20. He always kills Purdue.
I thought he was hurt last year as well. I just had to remember, I was surprised he was coming off the bench last year or something.
They could have used him the other night in Illinois. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, but because they lost by 30 or 30 plus. But they're a team that's really underperformed so far out of the gates.
I just looked up Geo Baker's name on Twitter, and there was from ScarletNation.com 7 hours ago. Says Geo Baker still has not practiced as Rutgers battles the flu.
We still got 2 days.
Yeah, we still got 2 days. But I mean, he hasn't practiced.
What you're saying is
he's in shape.
He's gonna have his flu game against us. Thanks.
Yeah, I think you mean food poisoning game. That's what it.
Yeah.
So, do you think? What do you think Rutgers is gonna do after do against Purdue defensively now? Think they're gonna press?
They don't press, so I can't imagine the team just gonna try and figure out a press 3 days before.
I think Purdue is gonna see it at some point in every game.
Yeah.
For the next couple weeks until Purdue proves that they can beat it easily.
But Iowa runs such a unique press. A lot of teams can't press the way they do. So
I just think they'll all try it.
Yeah,
because they should.
We had no problem against Florida State, which that was I was worried about because they're so long and athletic, and Iowa's just a bunch of white dudes usually. So the fact that we struggled against it was weird, but if the team doesn't press, I think we'll see it probably a little bit. But if we can, I'm
not saying they're going to do it the whole game or half a game, but I think you'll see it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and if we can just blitz them with a couple threes from Sasha and Jaden or something, then they'll stop.
Just beat it easily a few times and they'll be done. But then and then people will go back to oh crap, never mind, we still can't do that.
Going back to Iowa real quick, why the hell does Connor McCaffrey shoot the ball? He is so bad, and he thinks he's a good shooter. I don't know if I've ever seen him make a 3 against Purdue.
Yeah, 0 for 5. Only took 5 shots, all from 3.
He's made 1 on the year, and he just keeps chucking.
Of course, now we say that, and our return trip in January
on the 27th, of January.
So that game now makes me
absolutely
a little nervous.
I never played up there.
So.
Although we usually shoot pretty well up in Iowa.
Yeah, we do,
so.
but. That kid just every time it doesn't matter who is against. I watch him; he never makes shots, and he just keeps chucking.
Yeah, we'll be interested.
He is a career He just so you know, he's a career 29% 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he just keeps chucking. If I was an Iowa fan, my gosh.
Shooting 14% this year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Short memory.
Yep, but
yeah, man.
Got the trip to Rutgers on Thursday, and then Sunday we play in the Barclays Center against NC State.
Big question: will Jay-Z be there?
Number one team in the country. I mean, maybe.
Hey, maybe Jaden needs an agent next year.
Yeah.
Hey. Who plays in the other game on Sunday?
I have no idea. What's that? I forgot what that event was even called. So let me pull it up. Saturday. No, it's Sunday. I keep thinking it's gonna be Saturday, but it's so it's called the Basketball
Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Basketball Hall of Fame Invitational.
You don't think? You mean it's not Indiana and Merrimack? What a tough game that's gonna be.
Where is Merrimack?
I don't know. Fun name to say, Merrimack.
All right. Come on. We got Georgia. Florida versus Maryland.
Well, that's not a very fun matchup. Florida just lost to Texas Southern. Maryland doesn't have a head coach.
Well, they do. It's just Danny Manning.
Danny Manning, interim. Yeah, that was kind of surprising this week, huh?
Ooh, and there's also there's a couple. We got Iona, the Fighting Rick Pitino's versus Yale, and then Fordham versus the U.
These are all at the Barclays?
According to hoophall.com. Yes.
What?
That can't be on the same day. They don't have four games in the same day.
I'm sure yes, probably.
Saturday, like 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday or something?
Maybe. Let's see here.
Fordham and Miami, you said?
Yeah. Let's look at the ACC. Oh, that's not the ACC. Nope. They're all on Sunday. At least the Fordham Miami game is. It's at 11:30. So they must be playing in a.
Because it's Purdue's 2 o'clock.
This makes
that one up.
Oh, it is.
Maryland's 4:30. Yeah. So I guess if there's an 11:30, a 2 o'clock, a 4:30, and a 7 o'clock.
Maybe.
2.5 hours is pretty ambitious, I think, to get these games done.
Yeah.
It started.
Saying what NC State was just in a 4 overtime game with Rutgers.
And then Louisville beat them at the buzzer the other night.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know
much about them. Yeah. I don't know anything about them. We've played them a couple of times in our history.
Yeah.
So.
But, I mean, it'd be cool playing the Barclays. Have we played in the Barclays yet? No. I know we've played obviously in MSG a couple times.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Where was when we played Villanova in the preseason NIT? Was that MSG?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really started to hate that building for a while.
Yeah.
So back-to-back NBA venues then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Geo Baker in MSG that went off? No.
Oh yeah, him and Sanders both. Geo was a freshman.
That's right.
Whew. God, it took both Edwards boys going off for us, or we were toast.
Yeah.
Except Indiana had an epic collapse the night before against them. That was fun.
Yeah. Because it's like there's always you feel like every other year there's a chance for us to meet in the Big Ten tournament, and then one of us always or both.
It's wild. The first year of the Big Ten tournament, Purdue and Indiana met. Ever since then, they've never met. It's wild. But now I'm looking forward to 2 games this week. I have a good feeling about both of them. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean,
the rack will be, packed obviously, and it'll be really cool environment. I mean, our first true road test, which obviously we played away from Mackey already, but it was at Connecticut, which there was still a lot of Carolina and Villanova fans there, but this will definitely be our first true road game, so it'll be a good test for the guys.
Yep. Be ready for some calls not to go our way early and often.
Yeah.
But whose play's been impressing you guys the most lately?
I feel like it's been a couple guys. Newman, I've been really impressed with Newman as of late. I was a little worried about him, especially early on. His shot wasn't falling, but now the last couple games, Florida State and what did he shoot? Newman, he has 1 for 4, but getting decent minutes. But But also, I mean, Gillis last game was incredible.
Mm.
Took 3 shots but had 12 points. Really can't be more efficient than that.
I still think Caleb first, just because he's a freshman and doing all of the little things. I mean, making shots, hustling, rebounds. As a freshman, Trajan Williams.
Isaiah has been a revelation this year for us. Him and I mean, I could point to everybody. I'm saying everybody now, but Morton has been awesome on defense. I was a little confused why we weren't trying him on when we were struggling with the press the other night, but I can understand Painter usually favors the older guys in crunch time. It seems like, but I mean, he's been awesome on defense. In fact, he's a big guard. He's been getting his hands in the passing lane, which has been something we needed badly last year.
Yeah. No, I think you can make a case for most guys. I would say the one guy who's off to a rough start, and we've mentioned him multiple times, and that's Eric Hunter.
Yeah.
Just got to take time to get used to his new role, I think. But
I wonder, I mean, we haven't read anything about it. I wonder if he still has a lingering issue with his leg from last year. I mean, I have no idea. I made me think they would have said something by now, but you never know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that last year. So, but no, everybody seems to. I mean, winning helps everything, of course. But
winning cures all.
Everybody seems to be adapting to their roles right now and having fun, and it's been fun to watch. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, but got a good slate of Big Ten games this week. Let's go through a couple of them. I know Michigan was whooping on Nebraska last I knew. That game was close to halftime. Michigan's up 76-51 with about a little under 11 left.
Yikes.
But tomorrow night, Indiana heads up to the Kohl Center to face the Badgers, the 22nd ranked Badgers. Who do you guys got?
The line on this surprised me.
I don't have lines on my app, so
I've got Wisconsin 3.5. I thought for sure they're giving some respect to Indiana, which I mean, Indiana's definitely playing and more improved than last year, which it's not hard to beat Archie Ball. But this will definitely be the best team they faced all year. I mean, they lost to Syracuse, which I don't think Syracuse is a great team, and they struggle up in Wisconsin. I'm gonna hope to God Wisconsin just crushes them, but I think it'll be a single-digit game probably.
I'm not a big believer in Wisconsin, but I still think they get it done in the Kohl Center.
Yep. Was Johnny Davis their new their sophomore guard that's kind of making a name for himself?
He's their leading scorer right now, I believe.
Yeah.
Averaging about 20 points a game.
Yeah, so he'll be a difference maker. And if you can get Trace Jackson Davis in foul trouble, I don't know how Indiana beats you. So
that's the only way they can is if they're shooting well that night.
Yep. And Kohl Center has not been a friendly venue for the Hoosiers in the past, and I think that continues tomorrow. Before we get to Michigan State, Minnesota, we got a question here from Thad Mooney. I think he's talking about Mason Gillis.
Yeah.
Not forcing anything, coming off the bench impresses me the most, still does all the dirty work and not trying too hard to get his spot back. First him or the other two-headed monster for their roles.
Yeah, not first. Mason had a rebound in the Florida State game, so I was there in the first half, I think. I can't remember. Where he went up, it was like amongst the trees and just grabbed a rebound at it. I mean, he was the shortest guy by a couple inches, a bunch of Florida State players. He just went up and just got the rebound. It was awesome. I mean, he's loved doing the dirty work.
He's a bulldog. He's the bulldog of the team.
So. He brings an attitude I think this team needs at times, especially come Big Ten season when now we have family. Obviously, he's never played in front of opposing crowd. He's obviously seen it on the bench, but he's never played it. So we think we could use someone like him when things get tough in some of these hostile environments.
Or when Kofi Coburn's just throwing elbows all over the place.
Yeah.
Did I say that out loud? Number 19, Michigan State at Minnesota tomorrow night. Minnesota out to 7-0 start.
Who have they played?
Nobody really, but still.
Mississippi State.
Got a good comment here from Christopher on Facebook. Says Mason reminds him of Carl Landry.
Yeah.
I like that comparison.
I think Landry is a better scorer, but
Gillis is a better shooter.
Yes.
Much better shooter.
Yes.
Carl's one of the more underappreciated Boilers of all time, though.
Yeah. I think probably he didn't
Carl, he was a good mid-range jump shooter by the end of it. He never really hit threes. I don't remember.
No.
And he's had one of the best pro careers of any Purdue player.
Oh, absolutely.
He's won in the last 15
absolutely
years.
Did.
Michigan State gets it done, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Iowa Thursday night, in-state rivalry here. They travel to Iowa State, who's 8-0, ranked 17th.
Is it actually at Iowa State? It is.
Yes. Their coach this year, I saw him get interviewed at halftime of the Michigan-Nebraska game when I was watching. I don't know where he came from. This is his first year being a Division I head coach.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So he's never done, like, not even an assistant anywhere? He's just in Division I?
How it was worded made it sound like he came from Division II or III, but maybe it was just saying this is the first time he's –
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes in this one.
I'll take the Cyclones just because they're off to a good start and they're ranked. I don't know. But I think Iowa's pretty good.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know. They get is it Murray?
Murray, yeah.
He was back last night.
Yeah, he was back. I thought he was.
Yeah, he was back last night. And Illinois still without Carbello, battling neck issues from a concussion he took. And Saturday, Nebraska plays at Auburn.
Auburn is ranked 18th.
I'm guessing that's a neutral game, maybe? Or
it's called the Holiday Hoops Giving.
It's in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah.
State Farm Arena.
Auburn's gonna kill them.
I watched my girlfriend being an IU grad. I watched the Nebraska Indiana game, and my God, Nebraska was awful. Shot like.
Are they still all transfers? Like didn't they?
A lot of them. They have a 5-star freshman, McGaffrey.
What?
Yeah.
His brother's on the team.
If you saw the video of the fight that happened, his brother was the guy on the scooter.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I think his brother was like a 3-star or something like that, but the younger one's a 5-star. He's scrawny. Freaking Bardo. I'm sick of listening to Stephen Bardo on my TV. I've watched like 3 or 4 straight Big Ten games, and every time I've got Stephen Bardo on my TV, because like every game, everything he sees is the greatest thing he's ever witnessed in his life. But he mentioned something about how, once McGowan gets in the weight room this year, he'll really beef up. It's like, he's not going to beef up in the middle of the season. That's an off-season thing. You freaking idiot. I was like, God.
Yeah, he's
good.
One of my favorites.
He's good, but Nebraska's just bad. They couldn't shoot anything.
Wisconsin travels to number 21 Ohio State on Saturday.
Holtman will figure it out.
I think so.
They're going to get healthy here in about a month. So
yeah, I think Ohio State.
I think the Buckeyes get this one done.
I was listening to Tyson. I think it was Tyson Tate podcaster saying that Holtman might be a person that like Kentucky should look at whenever Calipari decides to leave.
Yep.
I don't think he's sleazy enough for Kentucky.
I don't either.
Good coach.
Who is?
Patino.
Sean Miller.
Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
Bruce Pearl. Yeah, that's a good one.
Will Wade.
It's on a whole nother level.
Yeah. Penn State at Michigan State. I don't like Shrewsbury's chances in this one.
No. Unfortunately, Penn State's not very good. I don't think Michigan State's very good. Maybe they just had a bad night when they played Butler. But
I think they're pretty good, unfortunately. I hope you're right. I don't want to.
Do they have like that typical Michigan State point guard that with like when they've had like a Cassius Winston or guys like? Do they have?
They have 2 point guards that I don't remember much, other than that they were a lot of cheap shots. We'll say that. Say they seemed a little dirty.
Shocker.
Max Christie is really good. We'll say, yeah, he's really good.
Damn it. What other big men? Do they have any decent guys?
They've been there. They're just tall. They're tall, lanky. What's up?
Is Hauser still there?
Yes. He's bad. Or he played horrible against Butler. Oh God, I can't remember their big guy. They have 2 big guys that are like 7. They're like Juwan Johnson-esque, like 7 foot, like
one's
pounds.
like Bingham.
Marcus Bingham or something like that.
Year.
Yeah, and I don't remember the other one, but they're both big, skinny, like long. I don't.
Unfortunately, Purdue only plays them once. It's up there in March.
Yeah.
So,
Which is, I love that home game. Just
Yep.
because where our seats are at, I love just being able to yell. Is like he can't hear me, but I like to think he does.
I hate Izzo.
7-0, number 11 Arizona travels to 6-2 Illinois.
Rematch of the 2003
5.
7th. Wow. Elite Eight game. Is that Elite Eight game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Arizona gets it done.
What did Illinois start the year like preseason ranked like number 9 or something?
Top 10, yeah. Arizona first year head coach.
That's unfortunate.
What's his name? Tommy Lloyd, is that his name? Yeah, I think so. Doing well.
Yeah, I think Arizona whoops them.
Yeah,
Hope so.
I couldn't have told you who their head coach was.
Yeah,
so
he came from Gonzaga. Yeah, he came from Gonzaga.
Good pull. And then we had one more Big Ten game, Minnesota at Michigan, Saturday night.
Man, hate to see Michigan struggle. What a shame.
You mean Juwan Howard is not the best coach ever?
I think Michigan gets this one done. Though.
I think
so too. Yeah, they've got a ton of talent. It's just a matter of, I mean, if they gel, they're going to be freaking good. But they're kind of along the same vein as Memphis right now. Just a lot of talent and no cohesion, and they can keep doing that for all I care.
As for the Boilers, Rutgers on Thursday, NC State on Sunday. Boilers go 2-0, 1-1, or 0-2 this week.
2-0. Rutgers is closer than we want it to be. I think NC State, we take care of business. I
agree with that.
Being a first true road game, the RAC is an awesome environment from what it looks like on TV. I like Pikel a lot. It kind of sucks they're not as good as they could be. So I do like Pikel's teams. But, they're bad, but I think they keep it relatively close.
So we don't play or do we? I forget who we play once. I was going to say we don't play them again, but then I started thinking my schedule. I'm like, maybe we do.
We do play Rutgers at home February 20th.
Okay. So who do we only play once?
Minnesota at Minnesota.
Of course.
At Michigan State. And then
we don't go to Ohio State, right?
Correct, yeah. Ohio State at home.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with Discount Furniture Arena.
We play Maryland once too, I think. Did you say Maryland?
What? Oh, dude.
I want to see Maryland once.
You are correct. I'll play Maryland once
home
as well.
Against Maryland.
That's fine. I don't like going there either. So I don't like going anywhere in the Big Ten.
Stupid Under Armour basketballs always messes with us.
Yeah, how many Under Armour teams are there in the Big Ten now? You got Wisconsin, Northwestern,
Maryland.
I think that's it because Michigan's Air Jordan.
Yeah.
Then you got a couple of Adidas schools, but the rest are Nike.
Yeah. Adidas doesn't have too many schools anymore.
I mean, their big brands are Kansas, Indiana, and that might be the only big ones.
Is UCLA still Adidas?
No, they were Under Armour, but then they had the falling out where they did something where I think Under Armour pulled their deal last year, and then UCLA went to the Final Four. Because I remember, very weird tangent, I remember seeing a picture of Mick Cronin with the other Final Four coaches in Indy last year, and I knew they were an Under Armour school, but he was wearing Nike shoes. I was like, he's going to be fine. He's got to get fined for that or something. But then I realized and I found out they were switching. I think they switched to Jordan brand.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Because Notre Dame used to be the biggest Adidas, but they're Under Armour.
Yeah, they're Under Armour, yep.
So
I'm fine with staying Nike for eternity.
That's fine by me. I'm fine by me. But should we talk a little football to wrap this thing up? So the Boilermakers got their bowl destination, Music City Bowl down in Nashville yet again. Same place they went in 2018 when they got
Did we go
killed.
Yeah.
Did that game even happen against Auburn? Let's be honest.
I mean, it happened. I just don't know if we showed up.
We talked about this. Didn't we talk about this a week ago? And we're like, oh, we can't go back to that one because we've been there within the last 5 years. So we're like, we're going to be somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Not Tennessee again.
I didn't realize the whole 6-year thing was just an arbitrary, just a set 6 year. I thought it was 6 years from whenever you go, which I guess that could be could get a little mucky depending on if you have a year where there's only 4 Big Ten teams or something. But I was very disappointed when I saw that was a likely scenario just because I mean, especially it being like it was the last bowl we went to. It would one thing if it was we had gone to one the last 2 years or something, but
Right.
literally our last bowl memory is of just watching Auburn receivers just run 15 yards in front of our defenders.
It is pretty funny that it is getting like those Purdue fans are kind of ragging on it, like crap. I don't want to go, but it's also by far the easiest one to go to if you were to go to a bowl game for like fans.
Tanner and I were there. It was phenomenal. I mean, Nashville's a fun city.
Cool
it's
stadium.
easy to get to from Indiana, much easier than Phoenix or Vegas. I mean, those would be cool.
And it was fun in that year because that was the whole Brom to Louisville thing, and we had to drive through Louisville. Just giving the bird to that entire city on the drive to Nashville. But it was cool because there was a ton of Purdue fans there last time. I mean, I remember not really seeing any Auburn fans outside the hotel, really.
Until the game, and you're like,
where the hell did these people come from? and then the game started and it wasn't fun. But I can't imagine Purdue fans travel as well this time just because one, we were just there, and two, every Purdue fan has the bad taste in our mouths.
I don't know. You don't think there's more excitement now, because come off an 8-4 year, chance to win 9 games for the first time in almost 20 years?
No, I don't think so. I think so it's this exact same destination we were just at, and the fact that we got boat raced by a middle of the pack SEC team. And also I think part of it too is the fact that it's going to be that state's going to be 85% orange probably, which is going to suck. But the fact that it's a Tennessee home game, but
that's what makes me even more frustrated than going back to Music City Bowl. I mean, we got a team I think we can compete with, a 7-5 Tennessee team.
Yeah.
But granted, we're going to be most likely without our 2 best players.
Yeah. I will say at least this team I think is definitely probably better equipped for this level of bowl. 2018 we were 6-6, and probably the only reason we got elevated to this bowl game versus a Detroit or something is because we had Rondale Moore. And you had that excitement factor. But at least I think this team definitely a bit more hopefully equipped, at least offensively. Defense, their offense worries me a lot, which we can get into that more as we get closer to the game. But I think they're last in the country in time of possession. I think they get a playoff every 20 seconds, something like that. It's just lightning quick. So I say we just sit on the ball. Don't give it to them.
No, I was going to go the opposite. I was going to say, I don't think we want to run it. Just let O'Connell throw the ball 80 times.
We're at, for a team that doesn't run our time of possession, we're pretty good with time of possession, even though we throw the ball all the time.
Because there weren't that many like 70-yard touchdowns or something like that throwing the ball. It was a bunch of like 10-yard completions. Yeah. So it's like, it's still a 9-play touchdown drive.
Yeah. Because
it was 4 first downs or 5 first downs throwing the ball, and then you're there.
Use the pass, set up the pass.
Yep. Tennessee finished the season strong. I think they went 4-3 in their last 7 games. Actually, I think they won 4 of the last 5, maybe. I could be mistaken by that, but I was looking at some things today. Purdue's 10-9 all time in bowl games. Tennessee's played in like 40 bowls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So no comparison there. But these 2 teams have not met since the 1979 Blue Bonnet Bowl, which the Boilers were victorious over Tennessee that day.
Crazy that we haven't played at least one other time since then.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right. Well, besides Auburn, I think the time before Auburn playing an SEC opponent in the bowl game was Georgia in the Capital One.
Capital One Bowl, yeah.
And then before that was Georgia in the Outback.
Yeah.
So we don't make those bowls to play the SEC teams too often.
No.
But yeah, I would have rather seen a bowl out in Phoenix or Vegas.
I was hoping for Vegas.
Is what it is. I guess this is better than New York, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I've heard. I was talking to somebody the other day about how I just don't want Purdue to go to New York just because I think it would, for the players, I was going to go to the game anyways, but for the players, it would suck to, usually if especially with 8-4 season, you expect to go warmer climate.
Somewhere warm.
Yeah, especially being a Midwest team. I was like, last thing I'd want to do as a player is go to New York in December. That just sounds. But apparently, the bowl is done very well as a bowl standpoint. So, who knows?
Was put on by a very classy, or
Shut up.
hosting
Shut
a very
up.
classy
Shut up.
baseball organization
Shut up.
stadium. So, so their turf's gonna be better than Wrigley Fields.
It's not hard to do.
do.
Playing on sand would have been better than that field.
But kudos to George Karlaftis, David Bell, and Aiden O'Connell for some accolades they've been getting lately. George got first team All Big Ten media and coaches. So did David Bell. David Bell got wide receiver of the year in the Big Ten, and Aiden made second team Big Ten AP
awesome.
and coaches.
Stroud was first team, obviously, and
sure
Heisman candidate. So tough to beat out that.
I don't know how he got the nod over Kenneth Walker. That kind of bothers me, but yeah. Thad Moody, good organization. Fenway isn't hosting the bowl. Yeah.
When's Great American Ballpark going to get a bowl?
I did hear Fenway is trying to get a bowl. Fenway Park. I read that somewhere.
Stay away from the East Coast.
Right. It should be in warm destinations or dome destinations. But no, it'll be.
You go to Detroit, Tanner.
No thanks. Big Ten didn't have a team go to Detroit this year. So
Thank God.
What a shame.
Maryland got the Pinstripe Bowl. So, but bowl games are fun. We'll talk about it more in detail when we get closer to time. Yeah. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. I saw.
It does suck though, just because I reminded this because I was listening to your other podcast, Sam. But it does kind of suck that the playoff has taken the relevance of a lot of the bowls away. Because it used to be like, the Rose Bowl was, regardless of who you're a fan of, you watch the Rose Bowl because it was the Rose Bowl. But now it's like, if it's not a part of the college playoff, it's like, I can't remember the last time I've actually watched the Rose Bowl, to be honest. If it wasn't a part of the playoff, it's just kind of like, aside from when Purdue plays the bowl, it's like I don't really pay attention as much as I used to when there was just one, which playoff was needed for sure.
Absolutely.
It was just kind of a side effect of doing that was just kind of makes everything meaningless.
The Rose Bowl will be cool this year for Utah.
Yes,
they've never been there. Cool. But Ohio State fans are gonna be like,
Right. Well, I saw someone say like it's a stupid bowl. It's not even relevant anymore. It's like, okay, it's still the Rose Bowl. And like, there are a bunch of people coming in like, this is like the presentation is phenomenal. Like, I mean, it's still an awesome bowl to go to. Yeah. Definitely one that if Purdue got ever, I would go in a heartbeat. Oh, yes. So, the fact that Utah made it was pretty sweet.
Next year's the year. Easy schedule on paper. I'm already hyping it up. But I'm not going to.
We were a stupid Minnesota game away from getting a chance to get our butt kicked in the Big Ten championship against Michigan.
They did that play they didn't review.
Right.
That touchdown.
Yeah.
No, well.
How do you think it would have fared against Michigan?
We would have scored more than Iowa.
Not hard.
I'm confident in that, but yeah.
I think Michigan would have still been. Michigan? It would have been like, yeah.
Would have been worse than the Ohio State game.
I think it'd be
probably about right on par with that.
Similar.
Yeah.
Hutchinson would have, I think, wrecked our line.
Probably. He's pretty good. Yeah. He's pretty good. Thad Moody commented, only OSU fans would complain about playing in the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all.
You're not wrong.
No, not wrong. No, they are the most entitled. Alabama, but they're right up there.
I don't think Alabamans are that entitled. I think that, like, I've heard, I've never really, I think I know, like, I think I've met one Alabama fan in my life, but usually, like, they're pretty nice because they just know that we're going to kick the crap out of you anyway, so we'll just be nice to you.
They've literally been to the playoff every year except one.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend the other day, she asked me, she was like, what's the longest they've gone without winning a championship? And I looked it up. I think under Saban, it's been like no more than 2 years.
It's pukish.
That's ridiculous.
And that doesn't even count like a lot of those in between years. They still went. They just happened to lose to Clemson
It just made me chuckle the other night. They've been struggling for the last month, squeaking out wins, and then they flexed their muscles the other night and remind the whole college football world, we're still Alabama.
Yeah.
It's like Saban owns Kirby.
I wasn't. Yeah, that's funny. I had to laugh at that. It was 0-4. It's kind of a hardball Ohio State situation. Yeah. Just like, you do all you can, and when it matters most, you can't get.
Except Kirby wouldn't be a jackass when he does eventually win. I don't think he would be like Harbaugh has
Absolutely
been.
Be.
Yeah. Oh my.
He looks like one of the stupid.
Harbaugh. It's taken him 10 years to beat Ohio State. He's just like, oh man, those people, talking about they think they hit a triple, but they were born on third.
Born on third, thought they hit a triple. Yeah. God.
He's awful. He's
Well,
awful.
I
The Big
kind
Ten,
of
so
forgot,
many
I kind of
hateable
forgot
coaches.
about him.
Yeah,
I know.
I was a little
kinda-
annoyed
yeah.
that Alabama went from, oh, they may not make the playoff to number 1. It's like,
Yeah.
what the?
I thought they
on.
should be 2. I thought Michigan
Yeah.
should be
I
1.
mean, I get there's a ton of SEC bias, but yeah, it was
They
just
want
like,
the rematch in the
oh, yeah.
championship. They'll probably get it.
Yeah.
But the only thing about the Big Ten bowl destinations that really honked me off was I don't know how Penn State got the Outback Bowl over Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Purdue. I don't get that, but
Brand.
I guess they're 7-5 and they haven't even been playing well.
No,
I
I
don't know.
think it's just brand, and I feel like Penn State fans usually travel well, so it's probably.
Yeah.
I mean, these bowl games are all about money and getting
That's
people,
true.
which is why I don't understand why the Music City Bowl picked Purdue again. So it's like you got to think that people aren't going to show up again just because we were just there a couple years ago. But they don't ask me these questions.
Yeah, I wish they did ask us these questions.
I know.
But
Perfect every time.
hi to all of our new Tennessee fans.
I know. I was hoping there'd be some more activity.
If they're
Welcome,
watching, I really hope you guys come join us the next few weeks while we're getting ready to talk up the bowl game.
People. We're nice people.
Yeah, we're nice. We'll say hi on Twitter.
Should be joining one of your guys' podcasts hopefully the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
Talk bowl game.
So, anything else before we acknowledge some sponsors?
We're number 1 in the country, man. It's crazy.
I can't get enough of it.
That graphic came out and it was like, it was a phenomenal graphic.
Oh yeah,
whoever
Purdue's creative team, hats off to them.
Yeah, the fact they included everybody on the team was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Painter's big ass head was awesome.
Can we talk about the alumni video and Brad Miller starting it off? And it's like, where is Brad Miller right now? Like, is he
I think he's in California.
Somewhere.
I think, or up in Kindleville, either Kindleville or California, one or the other.
In a deer stand somewhere, probably.
Yeah, I'll guarantee it. He had his own hunting show on the Hunting Channel for a while.
Yeah. It's just funny to see him now and be like, that dude was an all-star, NBA all-star.
Two-time NBA all-star.
Each one was hilarious in that.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about sponsors, Chris Kramer was wearing a shop T-shirt in the video.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Anthrop T-shirt, I believe.
Yep.
That
was cool. I mean, it kind of made me laugh. It's like, man, we're really. I mean, it's kind of funny just how we're really digging into the first time being number 1. I could see other fan bases, like, wow, act like you've been here before. It was like we literally never have. So I want to enjoy it for the day, and it was pretty sweet.
Yep, and one thing I want to make mention of before I forget is today would have been Joe Tiller's 79th birthday. Mm-hmm. So I really hope they can get one of these days a statue or something outside of Ross-Ade in memory of him.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's been talked about. A lot of people said it, but I mean, I feel like the only statue that would make sense would be him with Breeze.
100%.
I mean, for both people because they both deserve. I mean, Breeze is given so much money, and obviously Tiller, set the foundation for what we have now. But yeah, just it's such an iconic picture, and I feel like they got to do something.
Well, it's interesting that kind of made me think today. Gene Cady right now is the winningest coach in Purdue basketball history. Got to think, hopefully, Painter's going to eventually pass that. Mm-hmm. What do they do for Painter? Because it's already Katie Court. What do you do?
Just put a giant move.
Matt Painter Arena. Katie Court at Matt Painter
Arena.
Yeah. Katie Court - move in quotations.
Yeah, Thad agreed with the statue of Drew and Joe's
with the roses,
post. Yep. Something. I just wish they'd acknowledge him a little more, his legacy.
Yeah, which it kind of sucks because a lot of the people in the athletic department weren't here for Joe, so it's tough. Right. But I mean, still, there's plenty of people around that were around that you can lean on. But hopefully, I mean, there's talks of this new stadium renovations kind of starting back up, which is good to hear. Shout out to fans for showing up this season, which at least the start of the season wasn't an easy season to come out to, and then I can't wait for what next year brings, especially first game. We're home against Penn State, right? First game of the season. So
September 3rd.
Expect to sell out for that. And I mean, the fact that Purdue basketball, the entire season is sold out, which is awesome, especially when we don't have the Michigan State marquee game or, something like that. Good time.
Yes, absolutely. Purdue sports are rolling. And 2 games this week for the basketball team, like we said. And if you're looking to get some great pizza, Mad Mushroom's got a new pizza of the month right now, and that is let me get the graphic up here. The December pizza of the month is the Wreathza. It's their signature white sauce topped with meatballs, cup and char,
Yes,
pepperoni,
yes.
green pepper, pizza sauce drizzle, and mozzarella cheese. You can tell I hadn't read that. Hadn't gone over that before, but get a 14-inch large pizza for only $18. I'm going to give you this read next week, Andrew, so you can take this one over. But anyways, Mad Mushroom's been serving Boilermakers in West Lafayette since 1993. They're known as the home of the original cheese stick. But if you just let them know that the Boiler Breakdown sent you, you get $5 off any order over $20. And you can also use a coupon code while ordering online, BREAK5, that's in all caps, BREAK 5, to claim your discount. That's at madmushroom.com. Mad Mushroom, feed your head.
Discount code that Ultimate Boiler forgot to use when he.
Yeah, way to go.
Come on, man. Next time.
I did see the shop today has a heck of a deal going on for Purdue fans.
Yes. So only today. So if you're listening to this live or if you're listening to it on Wednesday, too late, but they're doing, and I assume in honor of us being number one, they're doing buy one shirt, get one 50% off. In store or online. You can go to the shopindy.com, use promo code breakdown for 25% off. They just came out with 2 new Purdue shirts. No, actually 3. They finally came out with the Raglan. I'm super excited about. They've got a gold long sleeve shirt, and then another Pete t-shirt, and then obviously the Raglan as well. But yeah, if you're looking for gifts for the fam, or anyway, the Bulldogs, the Hoosiers in your life, get on it.
Hey, Larry Bird fans, today's Larry Bird's birthday. They came out with a Larry Legend t-shirt. Yep. So very cool one.
It's pretty sweet. I considered it.
Webby, I think we talked about it earlier. I think the Metamaki shirt's back in stock.
Yes, I did see that online. Sweet shirt. I own it. I play basketball.
Oh, you got one? Okay, because I think when we had talked about it earlier, it was out of stock.
There you go,
yes, Dad. Yes, nothing wrong with doing some impulse buying from the shop.
You're here live, so you're hearing it. If you're listening to this when it's recorded on Wednesday, you're too late. So
that basketball camp one they have, sweet.
Yeah, long sleeve gold. Mm-hmm. And I remember if you go back and listen to my interview with Alex, the owner, he loves the true old gold color. He's not a big fan of the new metallic gold. So there's a reason why all of their shirts are that old gold that people are a fan of, because that's his thing. But yeah, I mean, if they've got awesome drinkware, sweatshirts, anything Indiana related, check them out in store or online or in Broad Ripple or Carmel if you're in the Indy area.
For sure. And the Boiler Breakdown podcast is also brought to you by Webb's Family Pharmacy. Webb's Family Pharmacy is an independently owned community pharmacy with stores located in Rochester, Akron, and North Manchester, Indiana. Webb's is happy to announce that they're providing flu shots. So simply call to set up an appointment, and their friendly and caring staff will be happy to help you. You can also do it online. I did mine online. Very simple, very quick, easy process. For all of your high-quality medical equipment, supplies, and pharmacy services, check them out at webrx.com. Or just simply give them a call. Webb's Family Pharmacy, a professional pharmacy with a hometown touch. And for all of your landscaping needs, what's Strofe Landscaping got going on, Andrew?
Yes, sir. Strofe Landscaping has been in business for over 50 years and can handle all of your landscaping needs, including landscape design, maintenance, irrigation, hardscaping, fall cleanup, and coming in the spring, they will be licensed lawn applicators. Contact them today at 574-223-2769. Strofe Landscaping, design with you in mind.
And we appreciate all the sponsors being on board this year for the Boiler Breakdown podcast. Well, it's been fun tonight, fellas. Let's get 2 W's under our belt, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Let's boiler up, hammer down, beat the Scarlet Knights and the Wolfpack.
Boiler up.